So I watched The Devil Wears Prada 2 the other day, and I have to say, before I say anything else, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews, and I want to say right out of the gate that I don't remember the first movie very much. I know I've watched it. I haven't watched it in years. Maybe that helped with my enjoyment, the fact that I basically watched this sequel with fresh eyes. So my comments about the movie don't really have a lot to do with the original because I just can't remember the original and couldn't be asked to watch the original prior to watching this movie. That said, I do have a few observations. One, why did Andy have to have a partner? We already established that she didn't find anyone. She had frozen her eggs, whatever. But I just felt like the addition of her new partner didn't need to be. It felt rushed, it felt underdeveloped, and it felt like something that they were forced to do for some reason. Almost like they shot the movie and then afterwards they were like, oh my god, how are we going to appeal to people who say that every woman should be in a relationship? It felt very redundant and felt very unnecessary. We could have had one of the very few on screen very successful women who is not in a partnership, who is not defined by a relationship, who has actually proven, not in a very hammered on way, that she didn't find what she was looking for. Secondly, I don't know if anyone else felt Emily Blunt's character was like a side character, because from the marketing of the movie and from all the premieres, you have Anne Hathaway, Beryl Streep, Emily Blunt, and Stanley Tucci all together. So in many ways, it feels like a foursome, right? But then when you watch the movie, Emily's barely in it. Like, she feels very much like a side character. By the way, she had some of the best lines. Besides Meryl Streep's character, her character was the one that probably had me consistently laughing. She had such clever lines, and I loved the way that she portrayed herself. She didn't stray too far from what I remember her being, if that makes any sense. But it felt like if somebody had almost no knowledge of The Devil Wears Prada, someone who had never watched the movie, or someone like me who has forgotten a lot of the original movie, if you removed Emily from the equation, made a few nips and tucks, it would have been like she wasn't even there. So that confused me a bit because I fully expected her to be a main character. I won't spoil anything, but I also didn't understand the dual to coach thing. If anybody can explain to me why that happened, I would love it.